Hey guys, it's Phoenix Automotive here again, and in this video we're going to show you how to install your Tesla style unit for the Chevy Silverado or the GMC Sierra. Now this car right here is a OEM 8-inch unit. This is the unit we have here, and all the connections you're going to make for OEM stuff is the GPS, the factory connections. This is for aftermarket camera if you want, and some of these are going to fit in, not all of them. So let's get to it. So steering wheel control, you're going to have something at the bottom right here. I'll have pictures below. It's a T-harness, and that is going to route all the way behind to right here. You're going to have two red connectors, and you're going to see which one works. So you're going to plug one in. If the steering wheel control does not work, try the other one. So this is the one that's plugged in, this is the one that's working, and it routes all the way to this right here. And it also is connected to this T-harness. So that's where this is factory. This is usually connected straight to here, and we put a T-harness between it, kind of like an extension piece that comes, this goes to the unit. Now you're going to look at all these connectors, and they have a certain number of pins. You're going to match those up, and it also has some grooves at the bottom. You can see here there's a little rail, and that needs to match up with the connectors on the back of the radio. After that, you're going to have your USB, two USB ports. This is a brown connector. You see that there's two rails on the bottom here and one on the side. And this one routes all the way behind the car to the glove compartment right here. And if you open that, you can see we have two USB ports. And that's how you're going to do updates and put your USB thumb drive if you want to expand the storage. You're also going to have a connector piece. This is just an extension from the factory connector. This goes straight to the unit. And this is your OEM UI. So this goes into the unit as well as this. These are all factory connections. The other ones that are not factory connection is this small speaker that connects right here. You make this small connection to a purple connector that goes to the back of the unit. You also have a GPS antenna. Now this GPS antenna, we have it routed from the back all the way to the front over here. You can see it has its own magnet, so it's kind of stuck there. But we recommend making sure it's just in a good place where it sees the sky. So screw this in, make this connection. It's about like 8 connections. And the last and final thing you have to make sure is your 3.5mm jack for your sound. Here we have the connector. It's not plugged into anything, don't fret, just have it plugged into here. Make the car think that aux is connected. This is how you're gonna get sound with Bluetooth music and songs from your unit. So if we close this up, the last harness is here. Now this is not mandatory. If you do plug this in, this allows for external monitors, say if you want headrest, and you also have a 3.5 aux female for an external mic if you don't like the mic that's on the unit for sound quality. Aside from that, now it's time to make the connections. So if we take the unit here, make the proper connections. The most difficult one would have to be the brown one. Just make sure you plug it into the right one. You're not going to be able to see this well, but you see that there's a groove here and there's a groove right there. I'm thinking it goes to this one right here, which I believe I'm correct. Yep. And then the next one for audio is this yellow plug. This yellow plug goes, so there's one groove here, and this groove would go straight into this one at the bottom. So it's gonna be a little bit weird, but it should fit in. There, you heard a click. Let's screw on the GPS antenna. It doesn't need to be screwed on super tight. Just make sure there's a solid connection where metal is touching. This is the extension piece that we had earlier. It's just an extender, and this one goes right here. And there's a black connector right here from, let's see, where's that piece? Right here. So this one goes to the top here. And the last and final piece is the mini USB, and that's for your factory UI. So if we plug that in, that goes in like that. Cool. Very easy connections, simple plug and play. The last one is this this aftermarket speaker. It's not mandatory, but keep it on there just in case if you need it. So it's a baby connection, and click it in, and the next step is just to mount it into the car. This is just pop in. Let's see. We're doing this fairly quickly, but you can take your time and make the wires tidy inside behind the car. Once it clicks in, you can now turn on the car. There you go. So the unit is taking a little while to boot up, but this is a cold boot. After you have your unit the next time you turn it on, it's going to have a faster boot. That's what we mean by fast boot. On warm boot up times, it's quicker. But cold boot always is going to take a while. Okay. Console.
Okay.
You can see the temperature is moving.
Okay, so we'll talk about that.
And the volume. Volume gets lower, gets higher. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any other questions, leave it in the comments below. Bye guys.